They say it's World AIDS Day. It is amazing. You know, in South Africa, 1987, we first had first cases of AIDS. Yes, AIDS patients were there before because lots of people died. We didn't know what was killing them. But I remember the Henry Cele advert. It was scary. And I never thought that comes 2019, we'll still be looking for a cure. But deep down, I believe that there is a cure. I mean, take the bone marrow transplant in Germany. It is proven that AIDS can be killed, but the pharmaceuticals, doctors, they're telling us that it's expensive. Okay, let's go to Dr. Sebi. He has proven to cure AIDS. And lots of people, they have proven. With Dr. Sebi, it's even worse because he went to the courts where he was challenged. He brought patients who were HIV positive before, certified by orthodox medical practitioners. And he proved his case beyond reasonable doubt. But the pharmaceuticals, they will not set us free. They're busy dragging us. As we know that Western medicine is a hoax. All they know is to cut, They put you under the knife, amputate you, or drag you. They don't heal you. They don't cure you. And each time someone jumps and say, you know what, I think I can cure AIDS, before they could even test the claims, they just jump and say, he's lying, he's lying. Why? Because they're not interested in a cure. Yazokufana nephukuphuku ezathunywa ukuthi ziyothenga ushukela zabuya netswayi. You send a man to the river. You send a man to go fish. And he comes back with a snake, expecting you to say thank you. These guys, they're not interested. They're not interested in finding a cure. They're killing us with medicine, prices, making profit. They will decide when it's time to announce the cure, when they have exhausted, when they have exhausted us and our finances. They will come and say, we've now found a cure. It comes from pharmaceutical A, B, C. And no government in Africa is prepared to fight. Here's Dr. Sebi. He went to Mugabe, he went to Farrakhan, he went to all black leaders. He says, I've got a cure. He tried to communicate with Oprah, all in vain. To say, black people, I've won the case. I've proven that I can cure this. The same as the man who was killed, I think it was 98, who manufactured the first motor vehicle that don't require fuel, diesel, or any gasoline but water. A car that runs on water and faster. They say 6 times faster than a petrol car. And for longer distances. And the man was killed. There's a boy, I think somewhere in Nigeria, he invented a cell phone. That don't require airtime. I'm sure they bought the rights to that phone. And from there on, they will kill that idea. But come to think of it, why must we pay for airtime? Why must we pay for airtime? I mean, if you can create a phone that can link to other phones with a device inside, why must we pay for airtime? Who owns this airtime? It's free. It's like water, air, to breathe. Come to think of it, why must we pay for airtime? Air, angibakutshela, air, time. Air is not man-made. Time, not man-made again. Why must we pay for those? If I can communicate with you, directly, I create a device. Why must I pay for airtime? Same as into ezifana nabo-land. Sizithola la, amanzi. All they need to do is to regulate, control, so that there'll be order. It's amazing. It's amazing. The same as isitori saseSoweto. Uzobathi hey iSoweto ikolodi Eskom bayithathe phi abantu imali. Angithi abasebenzi babesebenza ekuqaleni ngesikhathi samabhunu abasasebenzi manje nge-democracy so bayithathe phi imali. Bayithathe phi imali ukubhadala uEskom. And sayilwela lezi zinto. During apartheid, free electricity. Ne-ANC mayiza yathi free electricity. Where is it? Privatize amanzi. There are certain things. You go to other countries, go UAE, people don't pay income tax. Even in America, income tax is illegal. There's no statute that says people must pay income tax. Baba Ropa Jaban Bagito, Joe Louis, Mayweather, Don King, bonke laba abashawa nge-tax, Thomas Hands. Now about Trump, abayibhadali tax. There is no statute in America that says income tax is legal. Yeah, in this world. But what puzzled me is that we're not fighting. There's so many things that are going wrong. It should be Hong Kong, everywhere under the sun. The yellow vest, the yellow vest movement should be everywhere. It should be unsafe to be a politician, to be a mayor, candidate. It should be a very, very unsafe. This is lecturer now, Justice Mogoeng. He's a traveling priest, that one. He's a traveling priest. He's talking about using the judiciary to settle the scores of the past. You tell me, why did Outer lose the e-toll case in front of Mogoeng? Because the e-toll, it's illegal. First, we're paying for fuel for these roads, fuel levy. We pay taxes. Then they tax us again the third time. You're telling me that you can't find a clause in the Constitution that says Unfair Administrative Act, Section 33. An act of executive that goes against the spirit of Ubuntu, the spirit of fairness. That matter was thrown out, Constitutional Court. Magat invented the please call me. He wins the case, rightfully so. It goes to Constitutional Court. The Constitutional Court, they order that Vodacom, the guilty party, must go determine a reasonable settlement or offer to be given to Magat. What nonsense is that? That is bull. And you've got judges there. They come up with that nonsense. Learned judges. They say Vodacom, the guilty party, must go determine a reasonable settlement. Why couldn't they get an actuary from Magat and Vodacom and compare the two and come with a reasonable determination? Or get an arbiter and then they go assess and check how much Vodacom has made out of that please call. And then maybe give him 10% of that, instead of saying Vodacom must determine what Makate should get. What's next? The rapist in future will have to decide what sentence, should be imposed on them. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm telling you, when it comes to the Constitution, the very same Constitution that these judges are defending, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. I've never seen such a nonsensical constitution like the South African Constitution, which we are told that is the best in the world. It is nonsense. There's building hijackers thanks to the Constitution. because it promotes the rights of the children. Whether those people are here illegally or legally or whatever, so you've got laws of the PI Act, Esther Act. Once people just climb into the building, whether they came here illegally, we are told that no, they are constitutional rights, they've got children, whatever nonsense, and then they are in. From Nigeria all the way, our people in Soweto cannot access town in Hillbrow, all the towns in major cities. People from Dar es Salaam, people from Gabon, they can come in here. You cannot evict those people. You cannot evict them because they invoke the Constitution and they're protected. Our Constitution should say everyone, actually not everyone, a South African has got a right to emergency medical attention. A South African has got the right to housing or access to adequate housing, whatever that means. A South African has got the right to education. Not everyone. Who's everyone? Once you jump the border, you're everyone. Who is everyone? Huh? Other constitutions elsewhere in the world, they will tell you an American, a German citizen. Our constitution says everyone. Yesterday, I listened to these guys. They say South Africa is like America. When we're in Zimbabwe, you can die there. There is no detour. You can die there. You know, there is no bandage. If you go to the hospital, you still must buy the first aid kit, buy medicine. At the clinic, there are no pajamas, there's no bed. So, what's the solution? We come to South Africa because we are everyone. And our constitutional judges, time and again, they rule in favor of these guys, the human rights. They bring these nonsense cases. And our judges, they rule in favor of these guys, foreigners, illegal foreigners who are here. And then they come in a form of a traveling preacher. Telling us that the Constitution, this document is the best. It is nonsense. It's not the best document. This document is enslaving our people because we are now number 77,000 behind foreigners. People jump the border. They come to Paraguay, they come to our hospitals, they come to our schools, they come to our cities, they urinate. There's feces all over. It smells. You can't walk Johannesburg like we used to. You can't walk Carlton Center. You can't walk anywhere. Wherever these foreigners come, it smells. Windsor. Whenever they occupy a building, you must move. Up to where? Because they're going to outnumber us soon. We'll have no country. Whenever the Nigerians live next to you, that city is dead. Chinese doing as they please, Pakistanis, all these Eastern Bloc mafias, they're here. Child trafficking, crimes that you never experienced during apartheid. Yes. We had about influx control. Today, just look at the borders. Abantu bayawalka, ngathi bangena emarket, in a supermarket, in and out. Where are the soldiers? They've got big bailies and camps. They can't even run. You look at South African Defence Force, the army that used to be top 5 in the world during apartheid. Not everything was bad during apartheid. Some of the things we should have kept. We should have kept. Amaphono. Buwahlakaniphile kwezinye indawo. Though buwasile. Kodwa buwahlakaniphile. We should have continued where they left. Savuswa ama-comrade ekuseni. Athi sobavotela. Athi sivotele nonsense. Sivotele rubbish lento ye-ANC. And abantu bakithi abakaboni. Abakaboni. Hayi, lihambile ilizwe baba. Lihambile ilizwe. Sibuswa ama-foreigner manje. Bagcwele kuma-MEC, MMC, nama-China khona lapho. Wena ngeke kube nothing in their own country. Kutshela nge-xenophobia. Xenophobia only happens here. Xenophobia, the whole continent is xenophobic. Most South Africans ngeke udlule. Uhamba ngemoto uyahamba, you must pay or else you'll be arrested. You pay for nothing simply because you're a South African. They hate us, these guys. They say we think we are white. ANC. We need a revolution here. Voting won't help us. We need a revolution. like in Hong Kong, Yellow Jacket.